welcome back to my channel. Welcome to my channel if you are new here. I am Martina Lily and today we are doing 1 week, 1 palette using the new Danessa Myricks Lightwork Volume 5 palette. I have an initial, I guess, review slash it's like in a get ready with me trying a heap of other new makeup as well at the same time, but I've done like in-depth swatches and everything of this palette for you guys in that video, so I will link it down below if you want to check that out. And this video is all about the looks. So I'm hoping to get 7, all things going well. If not, it'll be 5. You will know from the title. Hopefully that all sounds interesting to you guys. Go ahead and do the YouTubey things, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and let's get into it. This is look number 1, but just quickly to explain the setup of this video. 1, everything that I use on all of the looks, like for all of the makeup products, will be linked in the description box, and it'll say makeup look 1, makeup look 2, so on and so forth. If you click that link, it'll take you to my Shop My Shelf page, and it will show you all of the products that I used on that page for like each separate look. I have to do it that way because otherwise it's not all gonna fit in the description box. They are affiliate links though, so if you shop through them I do make a small commission, and thank you so much truly if you do. It all just goes back into funding my little channel here. For each of these looks there's going to be timestamps, look 1, look 2, so on and so forth. I'm going to do the eye look as a talk through, and then I will do a time lapse of like the rest of the look. And I know that's probably annoying because I know you guys like to see the lower lash line and all that kind of stuff, but it is going to be such a long video if I get the 7 looks done. And let's be real, between you and I, my lower lash line is always boring AF. So I will make sure in the time lapse though you can clearly see what I'm doing, all that kind of stuff. Hopefully this is okay for you guys. I've primed using my NARS eye primer, and the gloss that I have on is the Holiday Fenty Gloss Bomb in Hologram, and I am very much enjoying it, shan't lie. And I have my NASA Space Station cup today, and this shirt is a little bit noisy, so apologies if it's driving you wild. And I'm filming this before work. I thought today we would use the Lisa Eldridge Cinnabar palette. In conjunction with it, I wanted to use like a different kind of matte palette each day just to show you how you can really get the versatility out of the sparkle palette from Danessa. So we're going to go into, I think this one's Raw Sienna first. This is a Delium Tools 765, and if you are, we're going to do a halo eye, and I'm working, and I actually just really want a soft makeup look today, so it's going to be a very quick, fuss-free, easy look. What was I trying to spit out then? I remember. Oh, if you don't know, I absolutely adore Lisa Eldridge and her eyeshadow formula. Can't recommend it enough. And then I'm just switching to a Rephr 33 to, you don't have to connect your halo eyes like I do. I like to do it because of my hooded eyes. It adds some dimension and lift to them. But if you, one, don't like that look, or you don't have hooded eyes, you totally can just leave it unconnected. Well, it's your oyster, my friend, as you know. Do you want to be zoomed in a little bit closer? I feel like you do. There we go, offensively close. I can get closer, but sometimes it's a little too close and it's confronting to edit. All right. Now I'm going to take the Rephr Mini 1 brush, and I'm going to dip into this colour right here, which I think is Fired Earth. And I'm going to use this to deepen the outer and inner halo corners. The great thing about Lisa's matte formula is there's really just no fallout at all, which I love. But there is a bit of fallout with the Danessa palette, which you would have seen if you saw my first video with it, so I would honestly recommend doing your eyes first if you can. Now, if this is already looking too glam for you, you could switch out the shade that I'm using right now and use that shade, or you could just skip this step altogether. Again, just tailor it to what makes you feel your best. That's what it's all about. And then if you got a little carried away like I did, just get your original brush and soften the blend. I am going to take my Pat Intensify stick because, as I mentioned, these shadows do have like that glitter special flakiness, and I really just want to minimize it, especially with my hooded eyes. So you could use a concealer if you don't have a glitter glue or this stick, or you could just wet your brush. Now the shade that I really want to use is Radiant today. I've had my eye on this. It looks absolutely gorgeous. I'm going to use a Delium Tool 773, and I am actually going to wet my brush as well. So this is just my setting spray. And with a halo, I like to press the most pigment towards the lash line. So I press here with the most amount, and then as I go upward, I get a lighter touch and it becomes a fairy dusting. You could create it to be quite structured, but this is just how I like it for my eye shape, and that is wow. Wow, wow, wow. Now, because I've wet my brush, it's looking a lot more opaque. If I was to not wet my brush, it would look a lot more like a kind of fairy scattering, I guess. Less opaque, but I just wanted to minimize that fallout today. But damn, that's beautiful. Goodness gracious me. That is stunning. Is that not beautiful? Wow. Okay. And I really just feel like we can leave this here. That on its own is gorgeous. I will just dip a little bit back into the dark brown from Lisa. Just a little Marie. I'll do eyeliner and top lash mascara with you guys here. So I'm going to take the Lisa Eldridge brown liner. Brightener from Victoria Beckham. And then if you wanted to, you could totally add a wing as well. It would kind of glam it up a bit. It's up to you. Or you could add a soft brown wing. That would also look lovely. This is the Benefit Fan Fest mascara for my top lashes here. This is pretty much the eyes all finished apart from lower lash line and a little bit of the inner corner, which I am going to do in the time lapse. I don't actually know what inner corner highlight I'm going to use yet, but I'm thinking maybe this one, and if not this one, it'll be this one. But I will show you. However, I can already feel and hear the disappointment about me not doing my blush, highlight and lips with you guys as a talk through, because I know you guys really like to see those steps and how the look kind of comes together with that. So you know what, I'll do the time lapse all the way up to that point, and then we'll come back and do that part, and then you guys can give me the feedback. And I know you're probably like, well, if you're gonna do that, do the lower lash line, but honestly the lower lash line is so boring and it just saves that little bit of time. Okay, so I apologize. All right, let's do it. So eyes are complete and I think they look absolutely gorgeous. I really, really do. I'm mesmerized by them. Liquid highlighter, let's take the Gucci liquid highlight, and I just pick it up on my sponge and do soft little dab. Oh, I can never get enough of this highlight. And then I will just set that with a touch of the champagne out of the Sunset What's Up highlighter. I find these What's Up highlighters just so soft and natural. They're beautiful. All right, I'm gonna take the Danessa Myricks cream blush in, or Yummy Skin blurring blush in Jubilee, just again with my sponge. And then I'm just going to set that down a little bit with my Make Powder Blush in Amber Glow. This is just a Smashbox brush. I'm going to take the Charlotte Tilbury setting spray. I'm going to take Le Rephr from Lisa. This is a luxuriously lucent. It's actually one of my all-time favorite lipsticks from anywhere. And then I'll just take a little bit of her lip liner in Fawn. I've been liking putting my lip liner on second lately because I can get a little bit carried away with the overlining, and I don't even need to overline because I don't need to, but it just happens. A Fair lip gloss from Lisa. Perfect. All right, let me go figure out jewelry and all that, and we'll zoom out and see the finished look one. All right, friends, this is the finished makeup look. What do you guys think? I really love how this look has come together. I really love this eye look. I think it is absolutely beautiful. I really, really do. Like, I love it. And this is a very like soft, casual, everyday look for me. So hopefully you enjoyed that one. Let's go ahead now and move on to look number 2. Look number 2, and I think today I will play with the greens. I think it's either the greens or the blues, but I think it's the greens. Now, I've primed my lids using the Sigma eyeshadow base primer, which is actually a really good eye primer, by the way, especially if you have oily lids. You will love that primer. I think I'll just use my Danessa Myricks Defining Neutrals palette today. I'm going to start with my Rephr 33, and I'm actually going to start with this one today. So I'm going to go into the pomade first, and this is the shade Mirage. And I'm just going to start by lightly wiggling this into the crease. Yesterday's look, I really am positive that I didn't get it on camera. Hopefully it did shift a little bit. But when you went in, like when I would go into the bathroom with like the low lighting and see the like multi-chrome shift of yesterday's shadow, I thought it wasn't, I didn't even realize it was a full multi-chrome like that. I just thought it was like this beautiful peachy color. Oh no, it was one of the most beautiful multi-chromes I've ever seen, truly. Like, I honestly mean that. It was gorgeous. So yeah, if you have this Lightwork 5 palette, put that shade over the lid and go in the low lighting and like see the shift and do yourself a favor, because you'll be like mesmerized. It was gorgeous. And again, cannot be more impressed with how these shadows from Danessa perform. I'm just going to go into that same shade, but the matte version now. And you'll notice I'm just actually putting this through the crease. I'm not even taking it into the outer corner here. Now I'm going to take this Rephr 14 Max, and I'm going to go into this shade right here, which is Bark. And when you're seeing this, the holiday sets from Rephr will already be live. And honestly, I know I say it all the time, and like, it's not sponsored. Trust me, these are a must-have. They will up your eyeshadow game. These are so good. So I'm just using this to deepen through the crease slightly. I'll just go back into that original Rephr 33 with no extra color on it and just soften the blend a touch. Now I'm going in with the Rephr 14 Mini, and I'm going to go into a really small amount of the black, which is just called Tourmaline. And I just want to softly deepen this crease up a little bit, but I'm not going to bring it too far inward, just in here softly. Again, taking that Rephr 14 Max and with no extra color, just wiggling to blend. It might look a little crazy. Hang in there with me, more friends. These brushes, they are the perfect sizes, you guys. Perfect, 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 perfect. I'm gonna take my Intensify stick from Pat and put this all over the lid here. Don't tug on your eyes like I am. Do as I say, not as I do. I'm going to take a Rephr 2, And let's go into Abundant here, which is that gorgeous green. It's kind of like the green from Sublime from Pat McGrath Labs, but I actually think it might be even more intense, which I don't know, can you believe it? I am gonna spray my brush as well. I just wanna minimize as much fallout as possible, and I'm just going to press the shadow on because it is, they are a bit fallout heavy, if you will. And I'm just gonna leave like this slight inner corner bit here free. I mean, look how beautiful this is, but there's so many sparkles that go everywhere. And I'm taking this all the way out to this outer corner here. Oh, that's gorgeous. And same thing to this all the way. Oh, I can't get enough of looking at this color. Gorgeous. This is gonna make a really good like holiday look if you're into, you know, Christmas and those kinds of greens and reds. So that is all on and looking lovely, if I do say so myself. Now I'm gonna take an R110 and we're gonna go into Evolving, which is this gorgeous one right here. And this is more of like the softer energy. Well, it's not more, it is the softer energy category in the palette. Wetting my brush again, and I'm gonna pop that in this bit right here. I like to brighten up my inner corner. It seems to just make my eyes look a little bit more open. But that's up to you. You could take the dark green all the way in if you wanted to, but wow, that color is mesmerizing. This color does remind me of the green in Celestial Odyssey from Pat McGrath Labs, and I want to take a stab and say potentially the new green in her new Mothership like holiday palette, so just keep that in mind. I mean, they're probably not exactly the same, but they do remind me of each other. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. If you ask me, that is just beautiful. All right, I'm going to do the speed through of the face makeup now, and I will do the lower lash line as well, just like I did in the first look, because I'm probably just going to take those mattes and then I'll like show you in the speed through though, and then we'll do like highlight, blush and lips together. So let's do it. So eyes are all finished. I think they look absolutely gorgeous. What do you guys think? I mean, I personally am in love with them. By the way, I've said this already in look one, but like all of the products that I used in this look will be linked in the description box down below. It will say makeup look 2 and then a link, and it will take you to my Shop My Shelf page, and it will show you all the products that I used. But yeah, all right, I'm gonna take Iconic Nude from Charlotte Tilbury and just line my lips. And then I'm actually gonna take this Stila Plumping Lip Glaze in Toffee and just use this because when I have such bold eyes, I like to keep my lips really soft and glossy and just subtle. I really like these Stila Plumping Lip Glazes, and I don't think they get enough hype. Highlighter, I'm gonna take my Rabanne Metal Shot Highlighter. I have a Rabanne review on my channel if you wanna see more info about the product. I just realized I didn't actually put any inner corner highlight on, so I'm actually gonna take some of that Metal Shot from Rabanne while I'm here and just pop that in the inner corner as well. Perfect. I'm not going to set that, but I am going to take the Chanel Le Beige's Water Fresh Tint Blush in Intense Coral for liquid blush. I'm just going to take this on my sponge today. And then I'm just going to set that lightly with my Chanel Tendresse face palette. I'm just going to take this one with a Smashbox brush. Just want to lightly, I don't want too much color. Let me go figure out hair and jewelry and all that jazz, and then we will zoom out and see the completed look too. Alrighty my friends, finished look 2. What do you guys think? I love how this turned out. It is very glam, but I'm all here for it, especially coming into like the glam season. I always feel like the holiday season is the glam season, and I'm obsessed, and you know I love a green. And yeah, I think this is absolutely gorgeous, and I actually do think this is more impactful than the green from Sublime. I know, but it does have a lot more fallout, so just keep that in mind. I mean, it's fine now that it's on, but like applying it, definitely put your eyes on first before your base. I know I've said that a heap of times, but let's go ahead now and move on to look number 3. Alrighty, look number 3, I am filming this early. I'm actually going into the office today. I'm not working from home, so we're gonna create a look together for that. NARS Smudge Proof Eye Primer is what I use today, and I'm going to use this Danessa palette in conjunction with my Natasha Denona I Need a Nude palette. Please do not feel like you need any of like the accompanying palettes that I'm using in my collection to create looks. You don't. I assure you, you probably have shades like these in your collection already. I'm just using different ones each day to, one, just in case any of you actually do have these accompanying palettes and you can see how you can incorporate them in other ways, and just to mix it up and, you know, use my palettes. So yeah, anyway, just that little caveat there. So first off, I'm gonna start with the Mesh shade right here in I Need a Nude, and I'm gonna go in with my What's Up R104, and I'll just start by lightly running this through the crease. And I just kind of want a little softer look today, nothing crazy. I had a work dinner on last night. I'm a little bit tired. It's a Friday, just, you know, something casual today. And then we're going into the weekend for me to film the rest of the looks, so we'll get a bit more glam there, but I wanted to do a mix of really casual, easy looks and more glam looks, just so you can see the versatility with the palette, you know. And when I kind of do these kinds of everyday looks, I don't get too specific or structured with them because usually I'm in a rush, so, you know, I just kind of like fluff it all on. And the benefit of having hooded eyes sometimes is that you kind of can't really see it, so you can kind of be imperfect, if you will, and no one notices. I'm gonna take my Chikuhodo GSN 11, and I'm now gonna go into this shade Vague right here. I have decided to skip on the Natasha Denona, is it Xenon palette? I want to say Zendo, but that's the other one, so I think it's Xenon. I won't use it, and the shades in there that I will use, I already own them in like glam and like this I Need a Nude and stuff. I think it's very pretty, and I think if you're someone that likes a smoky eye, it's an absolutely gorgeous palette for you, but it's just not for me. And I am actually resisting the urge to be the collector, like for the collector in me to just pick it up so that I have it in my collection. I need to stop. I have too many eyeshadow palettes. I love every single one of them, and I regret nothing because the limit does not exist. We have a judgment-free zone over here, as you know. I'm also just kind of lightly dusting this over the lid, by the way. But I just want to enjoy the ones that I have, and so bringing something in that I would just kind of do for a review and collection purposes right now just doesn't make sense. Maybe if I ever see it on like a ridiculous sale or something, but just not right now. So I'm sorry if any of you were looking for a detailed review or anything. It's just, yeah, it's not for me, but maybe I'll do like a duping the vibes video. Let me know if you'd be interested in that. Now let's take my Pat McGrath Labs Intensify stick. This is a must today because, as I mentioned, going into the office, and I'm just gonna put that 3/4 over the lid. And then I'm actually going to go into this loved color, this like little pinky one right here. I'm just going to take it on my finger, just a small amount, and I'm just going to lightly tap that where I put the intensifiers. Nothing too crazy. Oh, that's a pretty shade, isn't it? It's very pretty. Oh, what a beautiful shade. Into that. That is gorgeous. I really like that. That's very pretty. I'm gonna leave that there for now, and I'm gonna go back into that vague shadow and just kind of marry them. As I mentioned, I just want something soft today. I will just go into a really small amount of this dark brown here, Silhouette. Just want to deepen slightly. You could totally skip this. I just like to deepen it because it just lifts my down-turned eyes a little touch, but not a lot. As you can see, I'm not like doing anything crazy today. While we're here, I'm just going to put the Victoria Beckham Fig eyeliner in my top waterline. And I'm just going to put the Cali Ray mascara on my top lashes. Now let's do the speed through of like my base makeup up to brows and bronzer, and then we'll come back and I'll do the lower lash line because I'm not going to do anything crazy. For the inner corner, just as a side note, I will put this protected shade on the inner corner as well, which you'll see. And then we'll do highlight, blush and lips together. So let's do it. So eyes are complete, and I think they look very, very pretty. I really, really do. I think they're stunning. Okay, for highlight, I'm going to take the highlight from this Beauty Blender Bounce Duo. I've got the shade Pearl and Buff, by the way, and I really like this duo. It doesn't get any, I'm just going to take it on my sponge. It doesn't seem to get like any hype or showcasing anywhere, but I really like it. I think it's really pretty. Just FYI if you were wondering. Okay, and then we're going to take Rosé and Brunch from Danessa because I absolutely adore her cream blushes. I'm just taking this on a Delium Tools BD HD brush, and I'll just lightly, you just want to softly go in with Danessa's cream blushes because they are suited to all skin tones, so they're very pigmented. So you can like really build them up, or you can softly apply them like I am right now. Ooh, stunning, absolutely stunning. I really hope she extends the shade range of these as well. And then I will just set that with this Sigma blush in Berry Love, because it's like beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Oh, I think that's really come together quite nicely if I do select on myself. Lips, Iconic Nude from Charlotte Tilbury. I'm trying to finish this because I don't have much left. And then I'm going to take the Dolce Vita Afterglow NARS lipstick. Perfect, if you ask me. All right, let me go figure out hair and jewelry and all that jazz, and we'll zoom out and see the finished look. All right, my friends, this is the finished look. What do you guys think? I really love how this has come together. I feel very soft and romantic and pretty for a Friday. So happy days. All right, hopefully you enjoyed this look as well. Let's go ahead now and move on to look number 4. Look number 4, I am so excited. I'm gonna dip into this section for this look, and I'm also going to use the Danessa Myricks Groundwork Defining Neutrals palette today. The first brush that I'm going to take is this Sonia G Worker Pro. It's kind of like a small Sigma E25, if you will, or like a small Rephr 1. And I'm going to take my most used shade, which is Chiseled, and I'll take it with the pomade side first and start just by building this up in the outer corner here. Oh, apologies. I have primed using my Rephr. I've primed using my Visi-Art primer. I don't know where Rephr came from. I must have been thinking about it. So I'm just going to tuck this into the corner here to begin with. And then I'm just going to pick up a Rephr 33 and go into Chiseled as well. And still the pomade, and I'll just use this to kind of blend out the crease. I believe Rephr is having their, no, I don't believe, I know. Rephr is starting their Black Friday sale on the 1st of November. And I'm pretty sure it's up to 50% off everything on the website. I could be wrong about that, but I'm pretty certain it is, which is an amazing deal. The holiday sets and everything will be included, and you will be able to get the new holiday brush sets, the eye ones, as individuals. I believe in that sale. If not, they're coming soon. And I cannot recommend Rephr brushes enough. Even over trying the Sonia G ones, the eyeshadow ones truly, I recommend the Rephr ones. They're my personal favorite, just personally. They're just a little bit softer and more malleable. I find the Sonia G ones that I got, they're great, and they have their purpose, but they're just a little bit stiff for me. I like the Rephr ones a little bit more. And I recommend any of them, but I really recommend the new mini core eye set and this Rephr 33. But if you just want to pick up one eye brush, pick up the Rephr 33, because you can create an entire look, blend your mattes, pack on your metallics, do lower lash line, everything with just this one brush. It's fantastic. It really is. Okay, now I'm just gonna set that a little bit with the matte, which if you don't want to, you honestly don't have to, but you know, it's there, may as well. I'm just going to take that same Sonia G Worker Pro brush, and I'm going to go into Sculpted here, just a little bit into the pomade. And I'm also just going to tuck that just in the outer corner as well, just to deepen it, but I'm not actually going to pop any of it through the crease. I'm just tapping it into the outer corner to deepen. Now for the really fun parts, which is the sparkle, I'm taking my Pat Intensify stick. I'm going to start with a Rephr 2. I'm going to start with Strong, which is this gorgeous blue. And I'm going to wet my brush because, as a reminder that I've said with every look, the fallout on this palette is quite intense. And I'm going to start just by tapping this lightly in the outer corner up here, like so. And just in this like lash line bit right here. That is pretty blue. Woo, she's a pretty blue. I don't actually own a blue like this in my collection. It's quite a unique one. It's very pretty. Like I have blues, just not quite like this. Same on this side. just taking that same brush and I've just wiped it off on my Sigma switch, and now we're gonna go into this one, and I cannot wait to try this. This is Brave. Oh, I have been dying to try this like since I got the palette. I just haven't had the right moment to try it. I'm thinking this might actually be better suited on my finger, but we'll give this a go. So I'm just gonna spray this. Let's see, I think this might be one of the chrome flakes. So yeah, I think this might be better with my finger, but I want to be able to wet it. No, okay, we need to use the finger. Oh, that is amazing. Look at that shade. I hope that's translating to camera. Wow. Whoa, that's cool. This all over the lid, even just on its own. Wowee. That's spectacular. Look at that. Is that not spectacular? It shifts to like a blue and then a green. Oh wow, I love this. Love. It is a little bit thicker of a formula though. If you have quite mature lids, you might find this a bit thick, but it is also creamy. But as you can see, that's just the fallout really annoys me. And I see a lot of Danessa's looks where she's got her base makeup done and she's not getting any fallout, and I would love to know the trick, because I'm trying everything here. Oh, it's just such a cool shade though. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. I'm just taking that sculpted dark brown matte shade that we used, and I'm just gonna marry this in the outer corner here a little bit. I'm just gonna put this navy satin Kajal liner from Victoria Beckham in the top waterline here while we're here. I'm gonna actually do a little bit of the lower lash line right now, and you're gonna see why. I'm just taking this Sonia G Pencil Pro brush, and I'm gonna take a little bit of the pomade from Chiseled and run that underneath here. And I'll just be careful when I do my concealer and stuff, and hope that I don't ruin the under eye look. And then I'm gonna take this What's Up R10 and R101, sorry, and I'm gonna go into the blue, metallic strong. I'm gonna wet the brush, and I'm gonna try popping this underneath here. And the reason why I'm doing it before I do concealer is because of the fallout. So it'll look crazy for a bit, but it will come together, don't you worry. I'm gonna just speed through my base and like finish the eyes up because they're pretty much done, and then we'll come back and I will do like highlighter and blush and that with you guys, so 2 seconds. so we did up until bronzer and I put eyeliner and mascara on. I actually just ended up using my Victoria Beckham Navy Satin Kajal liner in the lower waterline, and then I just lightly, like ever so lightly, smudged it across the top lash line, but just like really, really little. And I did my brows off camera, but I didn't do my inner corner, so let's quickly do that together. So I'm actually going to take Resilient, which is just this really pretty blue shade right here. Just tap that. Whew, she's pretty. Honestly, the possibilities with this palette is just like endless. It really is. Every single one of these shades are just gorgeous. Like you could just really use every single one of these shades, like throw whatever color you want through the crease. If you are someone that likes a more neutral look, just throw like a neutral transition shade through the crease and then just tap one of those shades on over the lid, and it's like you've got this incredible look instantly. Okay, I feel like the perfect highlighter for today is the Rephr Metal Shot, because it has that like spacey, you know, it actually goes on the skin just impeccably, just FYI. Gonna set that with my Chanel Pearly White. I know you guys can get these in the US now, which is very exciting. Did you pick one up? Cream blush, I'm gonna take the LYS Kindness Cream Blush on a BK 106. Oh yeah, that's perfect. Just a little dab, dab, dab. Splendid. My Smashbox brush, we're gonna go into Pomelo Peach, sorry, from Haus Labs. I also just ordered today the Haus Labs like pink holiday palette, the one with the pink and the mint. I asked you guys if you wanted to see a review, and a few of you were like, yeah, we want to see you review it. So I got it for science. I'm gonna take the Victoria Beckham Lip Definer in shade 1. And we will take the Posh lipstick in Girl. I'm just gonna top that slightly with the Patrick Ta Superficial Gloss. All right, let me go figure out hair and jewelry and all that, and we'll zoom out and see the finished look. Alrighty, this is look number 4. What do you guys think? I really like it. I love the pop of blue. Like it's just a little peak, but this like lid shade right here, the way that it shifts from like a blue to a green, wow. But it's also like see-through as well. It's like a really like, it's almost got like no base to it, like no pigment base to it, but it does. And it's, I don't know, I hope you guys can see it. It's magical. It really is a magical shade. Let's go ahead now and do the final look. I'm only gonna get time to do 5 looks. Sorry guys, I did want to do 7, but it's not gonna happen. So the 5th and final look. 5th look, I wish I had more time to just keep going and going, but I'm also conscious of like getting this up in a timely fashion. There is just, the limit does not exist, I feel like, with looks I can create with this palette. It is so gorgeous. I'm just gonna use the Defining Neutrals from Danessa again, but again, just use any neutral shades or any shades really you like in your collection. I used the NARS Smudge Proof Eye Primer today, and I'm gonna start with the mini Rephr 1. So this is their new brush set, like one of the brushes in their new brush set, and it's a mini version of the Rephr 1, and I love it so much. I'm gonna start with a mix of this shade and this shade in the pomade. So a mix of Mirage and Chiseled, and I'm gonna do a halo eye. So I'm gonna tap this onto the inner and outer corners of the eye. And I'll just connect them. Now you don't have to connect your halo eyes if you don't wish to, but I do just because I think it just creates a nice little bit of definition for me hooded voice. But it's up to you and whatever you like. Then I'm going to take this Rephr 13 mini, and I'm going to go into this one right here with the pomade, which is Bark. And I'm just going to tap. Actually, that might not be the right brush. Actually, I'm just going to stick to that mini Rephr 1 again and just tap it here. That one was just going to concentrate the color too much, and I didn't want that. I really like how that is looking. If you have this palette and not Lightwork 5, by the way, right now you could honestly just put this in the center and I think it would look really nice. But you know, we obviously have Lightwork 5 and that's what we're going to dip into. Now I'm going to take my Pat Intensify stick and I feel like this is honestly pretty much at its end nearly. So lucky I have a backup. And then I'm just going to pick up a Rephr 28 and we're going to go into Powerful, which is this one right here. Because to be honest, this shadow is a little bit out of my comfort zone, so why not? I am going to spray my brush as well, just with my setting spray. That's just the Lisa Eldridge one. Look at this little hair falling out. Let's maybe pull some of this out and pretend like it's supposed to be like that. Just don't judge me, okay? It's too short to fit in the clip. And I'm going to tap this in the center where we want that halo. I feel like this color is like a real purpley vampy color and I'm here for it. I need to use my finger, I think, is probably what it is. There we go. It looks messy, don't worry, it's gonna come together, I promise you. So I'm just gonna take that dark brown shade again and just marry the edges. This is that Rephr 1. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick up a Rephr 2 and I'm going to go into Unstoppable, which is this one right here. And the other day I actually was in a rush and what I did was I took Rose Topaz from Tom Ford and I just put that, so it's like a neutral brown, and I just put that all over the lid as the one and done, and then I tapped Unstoppable all over the lid just with my finger like a little fairy dust in, and it looked gorgeous, like absolutely stunning. Just FYI. Oh, yeah, that adds that extra little oomph that I'm looking for, you know. I'm just taking that Rephr 1 again, that mini, and going into the black, just a small amount, and I'm just gonna deepen in here a bit. I guess this has definitely gone a lot more vampy than I was anticipating, I'll be honest. But you know, out of the comfort zone, nothing wrong with that. I mean, that is so out of my comfort zone, but actually looks so cool. It looks like this kind of like vampy, purpley, eggplanty oil slick, and I'm really here for it. I really am. Now, if this is too much for you, just don't go as dark, like on the mattes, or even don't put Powerful down first. Just put Unstoppable down and it will not go as like deep and vampy. Let's go ahead and do the speed through now for the rest of the face like I've been doing, and we'll come back and do like the highlighter and the cheeks and everything. So let's do it. Alrighty, so brows are done, bronzer's done, I finished the eyes. I put the Melt Cosmetics Olive eyeliner in the lower waterline and I feel like that looks pretty cool. So, highlights. I'm actually going to take this Kaleidos Space Age highlight in Gifted because it has this really pretty pink duochrome shift to it, and I figured it'd look really cool with the inner corner and bring out the pink in the eyes. But I don't want to go too crazy. You can really build this up and it can get intense. That's not what I kind of want to do right here. Also, I got a sample of, in my Mecca Beauty Loop box, this By Terry Brightening CC cream in, what shade is it? Sunny Flash. Not my shade. Not my shade. Really has made me like 7 shades deeper than what I actually am. So there you go. Definitely not my shade. What am I trying to do? Yes. Cream blush. I'm actually going to take a little bit of this shade from Fenty Beauty. This is Mali Booze. I'm just going to take it on this Sigma Large Angled Contour F40. I don't know what this will, if this will be alright, but we'll give it a go. As in the brush. I've never used it for cream. Oh, it's doing alright. There you go. I really need to clean my brushes. And I've just not had the time. Oh, that's all right, that's all right. My beloved Smashbox brush. I'm gonna take Acai Sky from House Labs, and be careful because it can be very pigmented. It will calm down just a touch though. I look crazy, don't panic, okay? Don't panic. I'm gonna take my Milk Makeup Hydro Setting Spray. And this will melt the blush into the skin. All right, for lips, I'm gonna take Charlotte Tilbury Iconic Nude. And then I'm gonna take Muted Mauve from Makeup by Mario in the lip cream, or the lip suede. I think I want a touch of gloss. I'm gonna take Skinny Dip from Kaleidos in the lip glaze. Perfect. All right, let me go do hair, jewelry, all that jazz, and we'll zoom out and see the finished look. Alrighty, my friends, this is the 5th and final look. What do you guys think? I really like how this came out. It's like out of my comfort zone, but also really in my comfort zone somehow. I just, what's this hair doing? There we go. I really like it. I really, really like it. Anyway, okay. That is the 5 looks using this palette. I've also done another look in my like initial kind of review and get ready with me with this palette. I really, really like this. I really, really do. I think it's awesome. It really is a full palette of Pat McGrath Labs shades, like special shades I should say, but even more so I think. I will say the fallout is more so than the Pat palettes, okay? If you don't like that, again, just stay away from it. I know I've said it a million times, but I just really want to make sure you know that. If you do your eyes first though, you'll have no problems with it. Like once it's on the eye, there is no issue with fallout. It's just in the application. And look, that could very much just be a me thing, to be completely honest with you. But I know this is a pricey palette, but you do get like the 15 shades, but really you also get like 20 because these are double-sided, and they really are all unique and special in some way, shape or form. So I don't know. I'm so stoked I picked this up. I love it. I think it is really unique, very beautiful. It's really, you know, between this and her Defining Neutrals, you really don't need much more in your collection. That's all I'm saying. But of course, everyone's value of $1 is different, so only you can decide for yourself whether or not this is something that you wish to pick up or you're eyeing off. Let me know if you already have it or you are thinking of picking it up, and let me know what was your favorite look. And if you are watching till this point, you're an absolute legend, because wow, this is probably a really long video and I appreciate you. And yeah, don't forget to give the video a thumbs up, by the way, if you have made it to this point. I appreciate it. It really helps my little channel here. I hope you have the most amazing day wherever you are in the world, and I will see you next time. Bye.